You are listening to Blue Pigment Podcast, a podcast for art. The definition of the word art is expression or the application of human creativity, a skill or imagination. I hope to discover new talent in areas such as music, poetry, to mixed martial arts and everything in between. I want to start with my own profession, Her Majesty's Armed Forces. The military has an abundance of characters, and I want to provide a platform for talented regulars, reservists and veterans. Follow my journey as I show you that there is more to the armed forces than just bullets and bombs. My name is Ash Stafford and this is Blue Pigment Podcast. So this is episode 2 and I have a treat in store for you today, but I'll come to that in a moment. I just want to answer a few questions that I've been asked about the podcast Blue Pigment and why it's called Blue Pigment. So the pigment itself, that is blue, is the rarest pigment that can be found in nature. Another reason I wanted to call it blue pigment was because of a stone or a mineral called lapis lazuli, and it's mainly found in Afghanistan. It's a blue stone that in the Middle Ages and the Renaissance period was a really rare and sought after object, and at the time it was more valuable than gold. Blue pigment for me personally is a thing of individuality, a thing of identity. For me, when I think of blue pigment, I think of my own eye colour. And other people might see the rarity of a blue pigment in the rarity of individuals' personalities and characters and talent. So I said I've got a treat for you today. And in my previous episode, episode 1, I introduced you to myself, the host. Now, I don't really want to compare myself to the next person because his talent is exceptional. I would say that mine's probably a 1 out of 5, maybe. I wouldn't go 1 out of 100, but it wasn't that bad, was it? I don't know. Let me introduce you to the next artist. Patrick Coghlan. He joined the army in the early 80s, part of the Adjutants General Corps. His first posting was to 3-Para, just as they'd got back from the Falklands. And now I knew that Patrick had, some talent. He was part of a choir, but I didn't realise to the extent of how good he was at singing. And when he sent me his footage, he sent me a video that he'd recorded on his phone, and his performance was him singing and playing the guitar in a stairwell. Now I just want you to bear that in mind when you listen to the audio and the quality of Patrick singing. I absolutely love it, and I really do think that you're probably going to love it too. So without any further delay, here is Patrick Coghlan.
Listen easy. You can hear God calling, walking barefoot by a stream. Come unto me, your hair softly falling on my face as in a dream. The time will be our time. The grass won't pay no mind. Saying nothing, lying where the sun is baking down upon our side. My lips touch you with their warm, wet kisses, your hands gentle in reply. The time will be our time. The grass won't pay no mind. Child, touch my soul with your cries. The music will know what we found. I hear 100 goodbyes, but today I hear only one sound. The moment we're living is now. Young bird flying and a soft wind blowing cools the sweat inside my palm. I close my eyes and I hear the flowers growing as you lay sleeping in my arms. The time will be our time. The grass won't pay no mind. So listen easy, and you can hear God calling, walking barefoot by a stream. Come unto me, your hair softly falling on my face as in a dream. The time will be our time. The grass won't pay no mind. Grass won't pay no mind.
Okay, I think I might have peaked too early. We're only on episode 2, and personally I think that was phenomenal. Patrick, if you're listening, thank you very much for sending that clip in to me, and I'm hoping that will give you some sort of exposure to someone somewhere, but you deserve it. It's an amazing piece of music, and that was filmed in a stairway on a phone. So I'd love to know what you can produce and what you can come out with had you had a recording studio. But obviously with COVID at the time, right now, that's not possible. But good luck to you, Patrick. I really mean that. Well done. And if any of you that are listening enjoyed that piece, please let Patrick know by commenting below. And please like, share and subscribe so that everyone can hear what Patrick just did. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Well done. If you're listening to this and you're a regular soldier serving at the moment, or a reserve or veteran, please like, share, subscribe so I can get a much wider audience of like-minded people that can possibly come on the show with their talents. I want to sort of break down the stigma of serving soldiers and reservists from showing their talent and being individuals and coming out of their shell, if you like. And this is the place to do it. So if you have a talent and you want to show it off, please get in touch with me. Let's get you on the show. And hopefully that will encourage other people to do the same. Now it's that time of on my podcast again. I'm coming up to 10 minutes, and most of my podcasts have only been around about 10 minutes. Anyway, thank you very much for listening to this podcast. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. The opinions expressed on this podcast are solely of my own or the guests, and do not express the views or opinions of anyone else or Ministry of Defence.